welcome back to the Sweet Star Candle YouTube channel, and today we're going to be making some miniature cookies to go in a miniature jar. So for step one, we're going to be seeing if our miniature cookies will be able to fit in our jar. So this is a jar from Cracker Barrel, but you can use, I know there's some miniature maraschino cherry jars and stuff like that. So just find a little jar. The reason you want to do this beforehand is so that when we make the wax melts, we know they're going to fit in our container. Let's see. Perfect. Thank you guys for watching. Of course, I'm just kidding, but now we know. So this jar will work. So now we're going to make our miniature cookie mold. So I'm going to cut our plastic cup, and I'm going to cut it towards the bottom. The lower the better, but we still need it high enough so that we're able to pop the mold out. So that height is the perfect height. So now I'm going to get my composite mold. I've used this in another video and it works great. So I'm going to pop this into the microwave at 30-second intervals until it's melted. And while we're doing that, I'm going to put our Cookie Crisp little cookies. I'm going to put them into the bottom of our plastic cup, trying to keep them sort of separated from each other. Here we go. The more you add in here at one time, the quicker it's going to be when we actually make our miniature cookie wax melts. So I've got my composite mold melted, and I'm going to wait until it cools to about 150 degrees Fahrenheit. So my composite mold has cooled to 150 degrees Fahrenheit, and I'm going to pour over our Cookie Crisp. I'm going to let my composite mold actually solidify a little bit, and then we'll be able to push them down and they won't float back up to the surface. So I've let the mold sit overnight, and I'm going to get the pieces of cereal out, and then we can go and make our wax melts. So now that I've got the pieces of cereal out, it left a little bit of residue on the inside. I'm going to gently try to take out the little pieces with a paper towel, or you can pour some excess wax into it, pop it on the mold, and it should take out any food debris with it. So I just have my leftover wax here, and I'm going to use a pipette and gently put the wax into the holes. So I've let this solidify, and I'm going to pop this back out of this. So now that I've got the mold cleaned out to the best I can, as you can see there's a little bit of the black still in there, but I think it's staying in the mold because when I poured in the pink wax, it didn't pick it up. So I think it'll be okay. When we pop out our final product, we can wipe off any of the excess if there is any. So now I'm going to need 2 different pitchers, and I'm going to fill the bottom of both of them up with wax melt wax. So the first thing we're going to do is our black chocolate chips. So I'm going to fill this pitcher up a little bit on the bottom, probably about that much. And then I'm going to color it, and that's going to be our chocolate chips. That's probably too much already, but I want it to be covered on the bottom so it's safer when we melt it. And this amount will also depend on how many small cookies you want to make. Now I would not add fragrance oil to the black because this is not going to be a lot of each of our wax melts. If you want to add fragrance oil, I recommend adding it to our brown color we're going to do in a minute. So to this wax, I'm going to add 1/2 of 1/64 teaspoon of mica powder. I think I need a shirt that says that for how much I say it all the time. But I'm just going to get my small teaspoon, fill up about half of it, and add it to our black. And then I'm going to add 1 drop, actually I might add 2 drops. 2 drops black liquid candle dye. I'm going to add this to our wax. I'll be right back once this has melted. So my black has melted, I'm going to take it off the heater. So I'm going to take a brand new pipette and I'm going to go into our black wax. And I'm just going to try my best to add small dots of this and try not to put too much black because we don't want the whole top of it to be filled up. Take a paper towel quickly and try to soak up some of this wax on the inside of these. Okay, I'm going to let that completely solidify and I'll be right back. So now that that's solidified, you can go in if you want to and take out more black pieces. I did so it's not as many, but we just want some general chocolate chips in there. And I'm going to leave the black. I'm not going to clean out this pitcher. I'm going to get a brand new pitcher because we're going to go back and use more black when we need to make more cookies. So I'm going to get a brand new pitcher. And I'm going to fill this up with a little bit more wax melt wax than I did the black. This time I think I'm going to fill it up about a whole inch. About that much. Into this wax I'm going to add 1 drop brown liquid candle dye. And if you want darker cookies you can add a drop of black or you can add more brown. And I'm also going to add 1/64 teaspoon of mica powder. And once our brown wax has reached 200 degrees Fahrenheit, you can add some fragrance oil. I'll have an image that pops up right now. This is a fragrance oil that I think would be great for these. I'll also have it linked below in the description. And if you go down below as well, you will see some links to go to Amazon, pipettes, and the pitchers I use, and the mixing spoons and all that kind of stuff. So those links will be down below. So I'm going to take my brown off the heat. I'm going to let it cool down to about 180. So I'm going to get a brand new pipette and I'm going to pipette our brown into our mold. I'm gonna let this solidify and I'll be right back. So these have solidified and I'm going to pop them out of our mold. And if you want to, if yours is like mine on the top, where it has a little ridge, you can just cut that off with a pair of scissors. Here they are. I think they turned out really well. And if you want more to fill up your jar, just repeat what we've already done and I'll be right back. So now our final step is to assemble our jar. So I've got my little jar and I've got my pile of little cookies that we've made. And I'm just going to put them in there. I think these would be really cute as a little gift for somebody. That's how it looks. Thank you everyone for watching. Please like and subscribe. I'll have a link below to all the products I used. And you can also check out my website where I sell candles and wax melts. Thank you again for watching and I'll see you guys next week.